Hello viewers, I'm Khalil Ahmed. It was way back on May 25th, 2017 when Pakistan Stock Exchange was trading at more than 53,000 points. And today in 2023, the second month of this year, and we see market moving in such a way that at times it crosses 40,000 level, at times it goes below that. What are the reasons for that? Like there were times that the value of the shares in Pakistan Stock Exchange was more than $100 billion, and today it is believed to be around $23 billion, or according to some sources it may be around 30 billion US dollars. What are the reasons for this downfall? This downturn is because of the economic situation in Pakistan and of course in the rest of the world, and what is being done in terms of the betterment of the policies in Pakistan Stock Exchange. We are going to discuss all this, and for this I am joined by Muhammad Azam Khan, a capital market expert. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You're most welcome. First of all, let's discuss free float. Free float, the shares which are available for the public to buy and sell. Free float has gone down. What are the reasons for that?
Basically, in the interview, you have mentioned the capitalization of a market is $50 billion, and you are absolutely right. But the more impact of this capitalization, dilution of capitalization, is not the P ratios, is not the fundamentals, it's not the economy basically. The first and the main impact of the devaluation of this capitalization, which is now comes down to $50 billion, the political uncertainty in Pakistan. So we have the worst situation in Pakistan as far as the politics is concerned. So basically, the capitalization from $50 billion to now is a half, almost the half.
So around 6 years ago, if we look at the figures, 6 years ago, say way back in 2017, when market was more than 53,000.
Yeah, the highest index was 52,700 in the era of Nawaz Sharif government, PML and government, and we are performing very well. No doubt the capitalization was high, but the value of shares, traded shares, was almost 100 billion shares per day. So it was the highest ever in my 20 years.
And what were the reasons for that? Why was it that there was too much volume being created in the market in those days?
The international investors was in market. The economic was performing well. The democracy is somehow we are feeling that we are in a democratic government, because since after the era of 10 years era of martial law in the name of General Musharraf, we have completed the first 5 years from 2008 to 2013. It was a People's Party government. Then we have seen a successful democratic government, democratic change of hands. Now the government was coming in a power is Nawaz Sharif government. It was a pro-business government. International investors was in Pakistan. Local confidence was much more higher as compared to the last 40 years.
So was it from 2013 to 2017, 2018, prior to the elections when Imran Khan became the Prime Minister? Was that a kind of, should we say, golden period?
The most golden period was before that, but the second golden period I believe was 2013 till 2016. This was the golden period of Pakistan economy, Pakistan capital market, Pakistani law and order conditions, Pakistan geopolitical scenarios, and we are in a very comfort zone. Although in local investors are always welcome and always ready to participate in Pakistan economy, but this is the first time I saw the international confidence was in Pakistan during 2014, 15, 16 and 17. But unfortunately again we have seen the same thing.
But that was a time period, particularly 2015, 2016 and 2017, as you're talking about, that oil prices prices were quite low.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
they were at almost rock bottom.
Absolutely.
Right. So was that also kind of impact on the economic prosperity of Pakistan? Since Pakistan is oil importing country, and Pakistan pays more than 15 to 18 billion US dollars every year. So Pakistan had kind of fiscal space.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. We have some margin in the oil terms. The oil prices was $85-$90 to $45 per barrel.
Way back, I remember even it was $27 per barrel way back in 2015, 16.
Yeah. But it was one. It can be one of the factors for the government of at that era. But I am saying again the same thing. Although the oil prices are $75 right now, but the inflation numbers, the law and order conditions, the political uncertainty, these are the main factors in Pakistan. And some more, if you are talking like this about the scenarios of devaluation of the things, I believe the consistency of the policy is the main factor. Because whatever the condition, whatever the government is in Pakistan, in the last 75 years, we have 32 years is a martial law in Pakistan. But after that martial law, in the democratic government, we did not see the continuity in the policies. Continuation in the policies is the main factor. If any government exists in Pakistan, either in PTI government from 2008 till 2022, if they are going somehow in what scenario they are going by their self or by the public or by the martial law. But the policies should be continued for the business. If the policies are continuous, so the investor confidence is different. But we have lacking like this.
But one more thing, like people do talk about free float also. They say that a free float, for instance, 30%, 27%. How important, how significant is free float in any market?
Absolutely wonderful question, sir. Free float is the basic and most important factor. And in Pakistani capital market, in the current scenario, you see, Angro is the most performing company in the fertilizer sector. Now they are getting their shares back. It will be a buyback story again in the Angro Polymer. Although
and it's not the first company. There have been many instances prior to that.
It's not the first company. I believe we have 563 companies. $50 billion in the capital market. 50% is government of Pakistan stake. Mean to say $25 billion is stake owned by the government of Pakistan. For $25 billion is the private sector. 563 companies are listed. But in 563 companies, the benchmark index is 100 index. In 100 index companies, most of the shares which are not owned by the government of Pakistan, which is owned by the private sector, 90% share are held by the company management. There is no free float. If somebody is interested for internationally to invest in Pakistan, they have to talk to the management of the company. They have to get these shares from the company. They can't buy from the stock market.
So what is the ideal percentage? Like how much should be the percentage as far as the free float is concerned?
Least 49% should be available. If the international scenario is, if you have a 50% stake in the company or 51% stake in the company, so you can get the company management. So if you have threatened by these sectors, so you have to float 49% at least in the market. So if you have 51%, so no one is getting your company by force. So at least 49% should be available in the market.
One more thing, like we know that the dollar has appreciated manifold. Now at this particular juncture, for instance, if $1 is equal to around 275, 276 rupees, how important is the appreciation or depreciation of dollar in terms of support to the capital market?
Definitely, there is a major factor. If the currency is devaluated, no doubt the international investor is not going to buy the shares in your country, because the devaluation is the major factor. Since 3 and 4 years we saw that there is almost more than 100% devaluation of a country. So we saw the main inflows in the Pakistan capital market in 2004 and 2005. When I was also in a dealing and understanding with JP Morgan and Chase in Pakistan. So they are the first one to buy the major stake in OGDCL in Pakistan in 2004. But now they bought the shares above the rate of 200 rupees at that time. Now they did not get any such profit. They got dividend only. Now the rate is 85-90 rupees, and now they are selling their stakes. Because when they are investing in Pakistan, first of all, political uncertainty, devaluation of currency, economic stability. There is no economic stability.
What about the Pakistan Stock Exchange as not the apex regulator, which is SECP? I'm talking about the frontline regulator.
Yeah.
How important are the policies of Pakistan Stock Exchange management in terms of kind of underpinning the market?
If you are comparing Pakistani capital market performance, the traded number of shares trading in the capital market, capitalization of capital market, and the policies of a apex regulator or frontline regulator or any regulator, there are more than 6 and 7 regulators. SECP is there, FBR is there, Sindh Revenue Board is there, Stock Exchange is there, CDC is there, National Clearing is there. If something beyond the scope and limit of the SECP, now FIA is there and NAB is there. So we have basically in capital market we have 8 regulators and 6 are the state regulators who are watching on the daily basis the performance of a brokerage house or a number of shares traded in the capital market. But on the other side, when you talk about the regulations, rules and regulation, I believe personally, as per my experience, we are the most over-regulated capital market in Pakistan. Because when you are trading 100 million shares, only 200 brokers are listed, 563 companies, $50 billion. JP Morgan and Chase capitalization is $110 billion in US. It's a single fund. And you are in the Pakistan, in the capital market, you have a capitalization of $50 billion. And 8 regulators are watching you, 6 regulators, you have to report fortnightly to the 6 regulators. So that's why I am saying that you have to give the level playing field to the investors, to the international investors. Although the international investor and local investors are facing difficulties because of your political instability, geopolitical tensions, law and orders, inflations, currency devaluation.
I understand. Capital market, we always talk about market capitalization of the shares. Way back in 2008, the market capitalization of the Pakistan Stock Exchange was around $72 billion. Then 6 years ago, say by 2017, 2018, it moved up to $100 billion. Today, it is quite subdued. So the deceleration, the downturn in the market capitalization is really denting the market, the investors, and the future of the market?
Yeah, definitely, because no one will interested to invest in Pakistan because of the capitalization, because of the depth of a market. International investor is always looking for the depth of the market. As I told earlier, the main factors, the 100 index shares, the main companies who are paying the most lucrative dividends, payouts, bonuses and other incentives, they are holding more than 90% shares with their family names, with their employees' names. So there is no free float. Free float is available for 3rd tier and 4th tier stocks, which international investors is not interested. So these are the scenarios. Someone told you, okay, we have the depth in the market, just look at these shares. So these are the 3rd tier and 4th tier stocks.
So a lot is to be done.
Yeah.
Well, it was really wonderful having conversation with you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for having me. It was pleasure.
Well, viewers, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching.